We're live in the kitchen with Yoni.
Hi, Yoni Marten. Welcome to coronakitchen.
Yay, we're so glad to have you.
Look at that. I feel like I should.
It's a little polka, you know.
Yeah. Kitchen polka. Please wear a mask.
Years of dance training wasted.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm going to do this hand so I can be right. Hello, ladies. How are we?
Oh, we're good. Well, we're as good as can be given where we are.
Yes.
6 more days, people. 6 more days.
You know, Lisa sent me some promo material a little while ago, and I posted it, and I said how happy I was to be on camera cooking tonight rather than ranting. Although it occurred to me that they may get both, but
As we like to say on coronakitchen, baking, it's better than murder. You know.
That's right.
I like that.
That's one of our t-shirt slogans.
I can't bake with a shit though, so
Baking, you know.
It's all good.
Do you guys want to explain what I'm doing, or do you want me to tell?
Oh, you can, or we can do anything you want. I have to say, you have to tell the story about the chicken though, because it's similar to a story I have about the chicken.
Okay. The story about the chicken. I have been making this dish for probably close to 45 years. It's Szechuan chicken. But my daughter couldn't say Szechuan. She called it Saskatchewan.
That's really
which she obviously could say.
Isn't it weird? She could say Saskatchewan, but not.
Yes,
Szechuan.
Yes, it is.
So
that was not my problem. I was a grown adult when I made that error.
I'm not saying a word. But anyway, we loved it so much that it's been Saskatchewan chicken ever since.
Well, and it's appropriate now because a lot of us would wish we could be in Canada.
Yes. And if next week doesn't work out the way we want.
I'm really excited that you're teaching us how to make this, because I've never made it, and it's my go-to when I have Chinese food, and I miss it so much. We don't have a lot of great Chinese food here where we live, and our best restaurant shut down for the quarantine, so
Santa Fe doesn't have Chinese.
Albuquerque does, but that's an hour away. No. Albuquerque does.
Well, an hour for Chinese is worth it. All right, so do you want me to explain all the?
Please do. The kitchen is yours, my dear. But first, I want to tell people you have a podcast, and it's called, just in case they don't know, The World According to Yoni. And he has fun guests. Yes. Woo. And he chats, and you guys will love it. So I'm just reminding people of that before we chicken it up.
Yes, I've had half the guests you guys have had. I mean, Frangela, and we all steal from Stephanie because we love her. And
we're poachers.
Yes. Well, I'll tell you what Stephanie said to me when I told her, thank you for letting me steal your guests. She said, that's all right. I steal all mine from MSNBC.
There you go.
This is the key ingredient. This is everything. This is the Szechuan sauce.
Okay. And you already made it.
I already made it because it would take forever. If I tried to do it here, you'd have a very long show.
Well, that's okay. Hal Sparks, hour and a half.
Really?
He just kept going. He wouldn't stop talking. He wouldn't
stop. I mean, come on.
So can you tell us what's in that jar?
I can. It is soy sauce, cooking sherry. Now there seems to be some debate as to whether, you can use the store-bought sherry or a nice fancy cooking sherry from a wine shop. I think it depends on your budget. My budget made this Holland House. But it works perfectly well.
Yeah.
Then in it goes the original recipe called for sugar. I didn't like to use sugar, so I substituted maple syrup.
Oh,
So about
cool.
3 tablespoons maple syrup,
Okay.
3 tablespoons water, and 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. Then 3 teaspoons of sesame oil.
mm.
And then the magic ingredient, chili paste with garlic.
Oh, my favorite.
Now,
Yeah.
I have jars of it everywhere.
really, you are
Yeah,
so-
I keep it around. I love it.
I don't have a gallbladder anymore, so I'm not allowed to have too much spice. And my wife doesn't really like a humongous amount of spice. So I've toned it back down. I put about 1.5 if I cheat, 2 tablespoons in. And then I use arrowroot as thickener. And I just
Okay.
pour it in until it looks like
Until it gets thick.
Yeah. And that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Then you can make it with chicken, tofu. This back here is going to be a combination of chicken and tofu.
Okay.
Being the rather anal person I am, I'm very careful about slicing the chicken into nice thin slices. If I was a real cook, I'd have cut all my fingers off by now. So it takes me forever to do it because I'm like,
Well, anal, I'm the one who has the ruler with a magnet attached to my refrigerator so I can measure things easily.
I can't relate to anything you two are saying. Just saying. Okay. I respect it.
I'm glad you respect it. I don't, but that's okay.
So what did you do? You just simmered that all together and then thickened it up with the arrowroot?
No, well, the sauce you make separately. I actually made the sauce yesterday, and then I fridged it and I put the arrowroot in about half an hour ago.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I just shake it up.
Okay.
The chicken, my sister-in-law and I sliced up, and we left it in the fridge overnight because it just made things easier. This afternoon, I fried up the tofu. You fry up the tofu before you put it in the wok.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then the chicken and the tofu, and you put it into an egg batter. Now I did about,
okay.
I don't know what, I did about 3. No, I didn't do 8 pounds.
Oh no, 8 eggs.
Well, you're going to send us some, right?
That's a lot of chicken.
Sure, believe that one. I don't know. There's 3 or 4 pounds of chicken, tofu. So we used 8 eggs as the batter. You know, you whip it up like you're cooking scrambled eggs, and you pour the chicken and tofu in and just stir it around for a while. And then you cut up the broccoli like I have done here. Can you see the steamer?
Yes, I see the steamer.
It's
Yeah.
actually, I didn't mean to have it steamed before we went on the air, but it's steamed.
Oh, yep. Woo!
Hey.
That's good.
And so I filled this with broccoli.
Okay.
Okay.
I also chopped up scallions. You can make it with or without. Gives it a little extra punch.
I like the scallions. It just to me says Asian food always. They always use scallions.
And basically what I'm going to do now is I am going to take
Yay.
the chicken and tofu that has been sitting in the fridge since we finished whatever the hell time. And this is going to get noisy for a second.
So that's
Okay.
that is a wok, right?
We've
We've identified the wok.
I've got about a cup of olive oil in there that's been heating up.
Olive oil. Okay.
So when it goes in, it's going to sound like that. One.
I can't hear anything.
I don't hear it.
It went. Okay, so it's all in there now.
Okay.
Now what I do, magic, a spoon.
Slotted spoon.
It's all in there. And then we take the top of the wok and we go, boom.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And what you do is real simple. You just check it every minute or two, stir it around some until the chicken starts to brown lightly.
Okay.
Now, the real pain in the ass comes when the chicken's ready and you have to drain the olive oil and excess whatever out.
Okay. So how do you do that? In a colander?
You pick up the wok, you take it over to where I've got here, I'll show you.
Okay.
Oh, we're traveling.
Yay.
I have a strainer in the sink.
Oh, gotcha.
I
Okay.
will pour it in there in case any of the chicken falls out or tofu.
Okay.
And I have an extra pair of hands because my sister-in-law, here, come say hello to the world.
Hello.
This is my sister-in-law.
Hi,
Here's my sous chef on this.
All right. So all you did with the chicken is egg, nothing else in that batter.
Nope.
Okay.
That's it. And so now, it's been in for a minute. We'll start to.
Is it going to get scrambled eggy?
No,
Or does it coat? It just crisps the chicken.
it just crisps it. It does not live in there.
And oil. And olive oil.
And all, yeah. And so basically now it's stir and wait. So we should be very.
So tell us where you got this recipe.
I stole this recipe from
Full disclosure, theft.
a Chinese restaurant we used to frequent in Chinatown in New York City. And one day we just said, your food is spectacular. Can we get a recipe for this? And they actually gave it to us.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's nice.
They gave it to us. So, we didn't have to go there anymore because we had. So they really screwed themselves. But,
And now we're giving it to the world.
Now the world's going to have it.
But I can't even remember the name of the restaurant. So, and at this point, it's in the city. Come on, what's left?
Yeah.
Grand books, for God's sake. So my hometown is
sad. I know. Well,
yeah, my feelings exactly. So basically now it's just I'm turning up the heat, so hopefully it'll.
So if you're making this at home, Yoni, this is when you would prep the broccoli and some other stuff while this is cooking?
I would be steaming the broccoli now.
Yeah. Okay.
Instead of having started while we were talking before the show, and it's steaming so quickly, I wasn't ready for it to be ready that quickly. And
we just want everybody to know who's watching. Yoni took amazing prep photos, and those will accompany the recipes. You can see all the different stages of them.
Yeah.
Because I'm just that good.
He is. Not every guest does that,
No. We usually have to beg for pictures.
Well, with Frangela, it looked like that Francis had it ready when you came on. I mean, it was like,
I know.
Sure.
They did full-blown cooking show prep. They did serious prep.
Yeah.
Well, I like Angela's prep. Sit on the counter and go, I don't cook.
Yeah.
I'll stand here and watch her. She had the fire extinguisher.
I love that. Well, here.
Oh, no, you have it.
Okay.
I'm giving it to your sister-in-law. You get to be the keeper of the fire extinguisher. She's right. Put it down.
I have one.
Oh, my God.
Lana has one?
I would get mine out, but it's on top of the refrigerator, so I can't hold it.
Yeah, I have one. I haven't had to use it. Usually I just use a a pot lid and close it.
Well, what
That seems to work. I mean, it has in the past. Oh my God, I can tell you a story about doing that while I was waiting tables at a Chinese restaurant.
Really?
In what city?
Yeah. When I was in college in North Carolina, one of my first waiting jobs was in it was called the Cantonese Kitchen or something, I don't know. And they had their claim to fame was they had all these train cars stacked up, and you ate in the train cars, and then there was an alley behind all the train cars that you would run up and down and run into the train car and serve people. So I was serving some dish that had to be lit on fire and like flaming something or other. And so we had remember those old fashioned ones that they were metal and they had the metal lid on top? That's how a lot of Cantonese food came to you. So I put the dish down, and I coated the edge with alcohol, which was what you were going to light on fire. But little did I know that as I was opening it and put it across the table in the booth, it leaked onto the tablecloth all the way up to the dish.
Oh,
so when I struck the match, it went, and here's me with the lid. Whoa! Whoa!
Oh my God. You're lucky you didn't get sued. Now you would get sued for that. That'd be a $5 million lawsuit.
Everyone in the booth was like, whoa!
How long did you work at this restaurant after that?
Actually, a long time. I have several other stories, but this one seemed the most appropriate to the moment.
Actually,
wow.
Here's one that's rather politically incorrect, but it's not mine. I lived for a while in Norfolk, Virginia. And there was this teeny little hole-in-the-wall Chinese restaurant. And don't anybody write in. It's not my name. I'm not making this up. It was called Chinky Chicky.
Oh, no.
And, yeah, wow.
Oh, no.
We would drive by, we'd look at it, and we'd go, how has somebody not firebombed this place yet? But yeah, that was the real name. Never went in for some strange reason.
Oh, wow.
Unappetizing name.
Yeah, to say the least, among other things. So but actually we had some really good Chinese down there because a family moved down from New York and opened a restaurant, and I think they ended up having 4 or 5 of them. And it was the only place for hours around where you could find one of my all-time favorite Chinese dishes, sesame noodles.
Oh, I love sesame noodles.
Sesame noodles, which in every Chinese restaurant in New York, it's just, do they make them great or greater? And some of them serve it with everything they make.
Right.
Yeah.
But you go out of New York and you say sesame noodles, and they're like, huh?
That's not it.
Well, when these people opened the restaurant in Norfolk, they didn't have sesame noodles on the menu. And I got friendly with them and I said, could you please put sesame noodles on your menu? And they said, do you think people down here will like them? I said, I will buy them every day. So they did. They put it on the menu. And
that's great.
Once people started eating them, that was it. They became huge. Yeah.
Huge, as we say. No.
What are some of your other favorite Chinese things? I love coffee chicken. Have you ever had that?
I've never had coffee chicken.
It has like the coffee grounds in it. It's really good.
Really good.
I like black and garlic sauce. I like anything in garlic sauce, really.
Eggplant garlic sauce, my fave.
And mushu. Don't you love mushu?
I am not a big mushu person. When I was a kid, all they had was Cantonese, and I thought that was what Chinese food was.
Yeah.
And my parents would always take us to these Chinese restaurants, and it was all Cantonese. I don't think anybody had even heard of Szechuan in this country at that point. And we were sophisticated New Yorkers. And I would order a hamburger. So yeah, I embarrassed my family very badly back then. Probably do now.
My dad used to always take us to this little hole in the wall called North China Chicken, and it was so good. And I always used to just stare at the map of China. I remember how profound the map of China was for me as a small child, just going like, what? This country is gigantic, and there are a lot of different provinces, and it really weirdly changed things for me because it wasn't just a generic place. It was very specific, just like Indian food too. I mean, God, there's a billion different Indian styles of food and cuisine. And
what's happening behind you, Yoni? What happened to your chicken?
Lauren has taken over the hard part here. Let me see. Oh, we're almost ready.
Maybe he can tilt it to us so we can see.
Yeah, can we see it?
Yeah, let me get a.
Oh, I see steam. That was good.
Yeah, hold on.
I'm just curious about the egg part. Are you?
Mm-hmm. You won't be able to tell. Let's see. Can you see it?
Yes. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, that looks great.
The oil into the. I'm going to empty some of the oil at the moment.
Okay.
Okay. He's headed over.
That's a lot of chicken. They're going to have a lot of leftovers.
I know. How many people are coming to dinner?
A lot of chicken.
So what was that? That was chicken breast, I'm assuming.
Yes.
And tofu.
They had chicken breast on sale at Whole Foods the other day. I bought a bunch of it. I might have to make this.
Not 3. It looks like 5 pounds. Not 3.
Just saying.
Yeah.
This is, well, you know, everybody loves leftover Chinese.
One of the great things about this, it tastes better the second night and the third because it's soaked in the.
Yeah.
It always does, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're ready. I just have to drain off the rest of the oil.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the magic happens.
How much oil did you put in there?
A cup.
Oh, so a fair amount. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So,
Lauren,
That's a lot. Yeah. Well, that was a lot of chicken.
To entertain.
I don't know.
I wonder what if olive oil probably wasn't the original oil. Did you guys substitute that for your own needs, or was it originally that when you got the recipe?
Wouldn't it be peanut oil?
Or yeah.
It was probably peanut oil, but again, I always modify things to my own liking. So here we go.
Very hot.
Yeah, I would assume it would have been peanut oil.
Yeah.
Because that's usually what they cook in.
If I could remember 40 years, I would tell you, but
It may have
no, it wasn't sesame oil. That I
This
know.
is making me so hungry for Chinese food. It is ridiculous. I might go get some.
So now
Well, I thought out the pork chops. I might have to.
broccoli.
Nice.
Yay.
Yay.
Sauce.
Okay, that's going in the wok.
We're making
Do you
the
have I have a wok, do you?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I love it.
I used to.
Now I take the magic scallions out of the chopped up earlier.
The magic.
Okay. That looks like about a cup or so or more.
I'd say it's closer to half a cup.
Okay.
I mean, again, there were no hard and fast rules on this. It's to your taste.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we have viewers that like the measurements.
Tell them.
I don't know if they're there tonight, but there are some people that don't like a little scotch of things.
Half a cup to a cup of scallion.
Okay.
Scallion, chopped fine, and then I pour it in as Lauren's doing her thing with this. Okay, don't knock it out.
Oh, so someone's stirring it while. There you go.
Okay.
Lauren is stirring. Now
Okay.
here's.
Okay.
No, you're gonna knock it out.
Is there oil with the broccoli right now, Yoni?
No, it's all out. It's gone.
Okay.
But
Like
now,
Okay.
here comes the fun part. Dun, 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 dun.
We know how to shake mason jars, don't we?
Yes,
Debbie?
we do.
Everybody knows how to shake a mason jar, you know.
We shake them every Friday on cocktail night.
And I just.
So you're going to pour that whole thing in there? Well, yeah, there's left.
Oh, I'm going to. See, I
What
love
sauce?
So I made.
The sauce.
Do you eat this whole dish on top of rice, or how do you do it?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You know, you can.
So that's why you want a lot of sauce.
That's exactly right.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. I just got totally burned by Peggy. I know it's you.
Oh my God. Who's saying that?
You know who it is. You know who it is.
Do you have regulars who
Betty.
like tell you what to do or how to do things right?
We just had a viewer that said, half cup to a cup. What? More specific, please. Or maybe he will be in Lisa's class of cook.
I am not a cook. I just happen to have a couple of
He
dishes.
just has a good recipe. He's sharing.
This is his award-winning 5-star recipe. All you need is one in your life. Honestly, if there's one thing that you can cook really well, I salute you. Seriously.
Actually, I cook several things really well. I make a great vegetarian lasagna. I make phenomenal fettuccine Alfredo.
Cool.
Eggplant parmesan.
Hey, that's all you need in your repertoire.
Yoni, you're a catch. You're what's known as a catch. Okay.
My wife usually thinks so. Usually.
Okay, so she's just mixing up. Is the chicken in
Everything's in here.
there? Everything's in there now. Okay.
Okay.
Bring us over, Yoni.
I'm bringing.
Fly us over with the food
Fly
cam.
us over.
Come to
Food
me.
cam. Food cam.
There it is.
Oh, yum.
Ooh.
That's it.
That was gorgeous.
I'll make this.
So
And I put the rice over there.
yeah, you basically you keep the rice separate
Okay.
and you put the rice on a plate. Then you take what you want and you put it on top and you eat it.
And then you mange.
And you're so happy. You're so happy.
Lauren, take the first bite because
Is the fork clean?
The moment of truth.
Okay, here we go.
Drum roll.
How many chickens is it?
Drum roll, please.
Yes.
And
don't drip on the floor.
It's hot. It's good.
don't trip on the
It's hot but good.
I like it hot and good.
Oh, hot.
Oh, yay. That's what we like to hear. Hot and good.
All right.
I'm the spicy queen. So
Don't
I
we
would
all
add more.
want to hear that at some point in our lives? Hot and
Yes,
good.
hot and good. I'm past hot and good.
Speak for yourself.
Yay.
And really, that's it, kids. It is done. All I have to do now is serve it and eat it.
Yay.
Awesome. Oh,
Okay.
you're already being requested to be back on the show.
You've got fans, Yoni. You've got fans. They want you back.
These people who watch your show have excellent taste. Obviously.
Thank you. We like to think so.
Yes.
We
Well,
have the best fans.
Okay, here's the question. Who else has been asked back or requested back?
You know what?
Mhm.
None of the other guest stars have.
Not so quickly.
Take that, Hal. Take that.
Not on the air. Never on the air. This is
not on
first.
the air. Yes,
This is a
not on
first.
the air. Yep. Hey, so will you take a picture of a completed plate so we may see it on the rice?
Why, surely. As a matter
Thank
of fact,
you.
I will do more than that. Hang on.
Where's it going?
I don't know. He left. There's a hand. This is like a Halloween show. There's nothing there.
Voila. Will he be back?
I hope so.
He's dishing up the rice.
Oh, okay. Oh, is he going to eat it live? What kind of rice is it? I have a whole collection of rice, I have to say.
Today we are using brown rice. You
Okay.
can use any kind you like. Jasmine, basmati. But
I like sweet. I like sweet rice, and I also have black rice. Have you ever had black rice?
I have never had
That's
black
not wild rice? Like regular?
Nope.
I don't think I've ever had that.
Oh, it's super good. It's really good for you.
Where do you get it? Where do you get it?
Helen.
Here
Tell
is-
Let's see. Oh my God.
Oh, gorgeous.
Can we come over for dinner? Yeah.
Lenny, we could come.
You want to get on a plane now?
I'm diving in right now. Here I go.
No plane. No plane.
I'm diving in.
No plane, boss. No plane.
There's nothing I like more than taste. You know, I've been doing this for 40 plus years, and I never trust that I'm going to get it right. So I'm always asking, how is it? Because, you know, insecure actor, what can you do? Okay.
Yes, it's a true
Isn't
story.
that so funny? I think it translates to food a lot. I'm always saying to my kids, what do you think? What do you think?
I
I
know.
need validation.
You like it? Is it good?
Oh my God, I'm good.
Oh, yay.
Oh,
Bravo!
Yay. Happy chicken. Woo!
You did it!
yeah, that's a picture.
Stand close to the computer. I'll get all of you guys.
They're going to take the picture on the show.
Yep.
Oh.
That's so cute.
Oh, nice.
I'll send
That's it. See, we're good. And we will be posting the recipe. We will not post the name of the restaurant, but we will post their recipe.
I don't remember it. It doesn't
I
matter.
remember. It was 40 years ago.
Oh,
But
God.
good Lord, this is fantastic.
Oh my God. That
Oh, now I'm really upset.
right now. So
Okay, well, we're going to go cook dinner now.
I'm so hungry because I voted today and I am so exhilarated
You're
by it.
proud of
Go
it.
Hey,
vote, everybody. Vote early. Do it.
everybody vote early.
Lisa, who did you vote for?
My earrings may give it away. My earrings.
Yes,
Mm.
yes. Here, I'm going to put a few things on the scroll before we go. Yoni's podcast is The World According to Yoni, and where I had an interview.
And
It's
Wisconsin.
great.
Dells,
It's a
Rocky
great
Horror.
episode. Check it out.
I'm going to be watching the Rocky Horror reunion, by the way, which just
Yes, and Wisconsin Democrats are doing a Rocky Horror Picture Show reunion on Halloween night with Tim Curry. I'm so excited. So you can look that up online, Wise Dems and Rocky Horror Picture Show, and you will get the link. And if you need a state to adopt between now and the election, please go to adoptastate.com.
Ooh,
I'm
that's cool.
phone banking for Texas for the next 5 days.
Yep.
Turn Texas blue because that would be a huge, like, clean slate of electoral votes with these other things that might be litigation or whatever. God, no, hopefully not. But, you know, so I'm doing that. And I have to say, today I did it and it was very satisfying. The amount of enthusiasm, except for a couple scary hangups. And, you know, it happens, but it's really easy and you feel so good. I did have one thing though I wanted to share today. My last call was with a woman named Claudia, and I said, hey, how's it going? She's like, I'm actually on the way to the hospital with my father who has COVID. They had to leave Texas and go across the border to Mexico to get him health care because their hospital was overrun. And she was like, just, can you please say this? She said to everybody, you know, this is serious. Wear a mask. You think it's not going to happen to you. You make these flippant comments, but it can. And I was just like, you know, I'm just hoping for the best for you and your family. But she was really scared. And I just was really moved by her humanity. You know what I mean? Like she just cared about others at the end of her call. And she's there with her dad who's sick. So praying for Claudia right now in Texas and her family.
Everyone wear a mask.
And can I suggest that don't wear the mask under your freaking nose. It doesn't help. I'll give you Lauren's
Good point.
comment.
My comment. There was an employee at 7-Eleven, and he had his mask like down here, and I told him that is about as effective as wearing a condom with holes in it.
How did that go over? How did that go over?
He just kind of looked at me like, did she really just say?
Did she just say
It
condom?
Wasn't that much of a kid. If he had been that much of a kid, I wouldn't have said that comment.
Well, I mean, he was old enough.
Well, we do need to wear masks. We need to wear them appropriately. And yes, it is very real. So vote, people.
Vote, please.
Vote like your life depends on it, because guess what? It does.
It does. Yes.
Yes.
Yay.
Thank you, Yoni.
ladies.
Yoni.
Thank you. It's been fun. I love doing this. Yeah.
I know you get the added benefit of being able to eat afterwards. It's awesome.
Exactly. Oh, by the way, I want it noted that everybody loves Rocky Horror, but I'm one of the few who can say I saw the production live on Broadway the first time.
Oh my God.
No way.
Wow. Tim Curry and a cast that was just unbelievable. So
wow.
I'm looking forward to seeing what they
touch
do.
you? Can I touch you?
Wonder, is Susan Sarandon going to be there?
I was wondering the same thing, which I said out loud, and maybe I shouldn't have, but I did.
Well, I'll tell you this, as I mentioned yesterday, Jack Black yesterday posted on Instagram in his band Tenacious D a version of Time Warp, and Susan Sarandon makes a cameo in it, and it's really cute. And even though I'm not going to get started on her, but anyways,
we all got
I'll let it go. I'll let it go. It's really cute.
Okay.
They didn't get Barry Bostwick.
I would love to see Barry Bostwick.
I know.
He's great.
Well, we do have to say, Yoni has performed in many a show. Do tell us, Yoni.
Yeah, tell us some of your other things you've done.
Oh my God! As an actor, you're asking another actor for my resume? Good Lord!
Just
give us your awesome highlights, because you have some great ones.
Yeah.
National tours of Greece and Godspell. Jesus in Godspell. So we were doing typecasting back then. Kaniki in Greece, which was really kind of cool.
Because I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out right now.
While I was touring in Greece playing Kaniki, the guy playing it on Broadway at the time is a guy named Danny Jacobson, who became a very famous writer-producer out in LA.
Yep.
But I grew up 3 blocks from Danny, and he was a few years older than me. So he's on Broadway doing the part I'm doing on tour. That was just...
That's cool. Yeah.
Fun and cool. What else? Let's see. I've been cut out of more movies than I can count.
Okay, wait. What about that little number of Amadeus?
Yeah. Hello.
It was a long time ago when I was young and could do Amadeus.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we have
Salieri.
It's okay.
But that was a really great production. One of the best things I did was Angels in America. It's the only
I love that.
I won a Best Actor award for playing Roy Cohn in that, which, my dad knew Roy Cohn.
Wow.
My dad was involved in New York City politics for a long time. And so, of course, when I got cast, he was the first person I went to. And when he stopped spitting up, because he loathed Cohn with every fiber of his being, he told me a few things that I guess weren't really known by a lot of people at the time, more so now. But it was a great show, a phenomenal cast, directed by a guy named Chris Hanna, who came out of Juilliard. He actually, I don't know if he roomed with Tony Kushner or they were just friends there, but Chris did a great job.
When I was in school in New York studying at Circle in the Square, we used to be able to go into Broadway shows as, students, but it was usually you had to be in the standing room area. And I was there for for the Broadway run, and I stood for 3 hours, and I would have stood for 3 more hours. It was riveting. That show was riveting. And Barry Manilow was in the audience one night, running up and down the audience in a cape. And I was like, why did it take people so long to figure out his preferences?
How do you stay in the closet like that?
I know. It was like, what? Yes,
Wow.
of course. It was, oh my God, what a phenomenal
performance. Yes.
Performance. I think she's frozen. She's frozen.
You froze, Debrianna.
I'm frozen. No, I'm not frozen.
But
Am I frozen?
Two films.
You're not now.
2 films to end this. A film called Eyes of the Roshi, which I got to play opposite Eric Roberts. And working with Eric was a dream, because however good you are, he's going to make you better. The man knows.
Wow.
The first film I ever did, Sidney Lumet was the director. Other than
my God.
I think Eric knows more about the art of making films than anybody I've ever worked with. And I said, why don't you direct a film? He said, I don't want to. I just like to act. And he made me look good. I remember when we finished our first scene together, he turns to me and says, you are going to be so proud of this scene.
Aww.
He was absolutely right. The other film I'm going to plug, because it is a family affair, I don't know how to describe it. It's a documentary called White Buffalo, An American Prophecy. It is based on indigenous people's prophecy about a white buffalo calf being born and it ushering in a new age. My brother Richard, the elder of our family, read an article about this, I don't know, 25 years or so ago, and wrote a script. And it got batted around for years and years and years. And in 2010 or 2012, we actually started working on it. And basically, it's the 4 brothers, Marten brothers' journey through, seeing basically where we fit into this, how we can learn from the indigenous cultures and what gifts they can and have given us. It's an amazing film. We spent so many years. I mean, literally, we wrapped in January of this year.
Oh my gosh. Lucky.
What most
we get it.
And is documentaries take a long time.
Yeah. And it turned out amazingly. My little brother Ethan directed it. All 4 of the Marten brothers, plus most of family. My nephews were in it. My daughter did still photography for it. My wife was a production manager for part of the filming. I was behind the camera. I ran camera, sound for certain scenes that I wasn't in. My wife and I edited one of the promos, which is on my YouTube page.
Has it debuted, or can you get it on Amazon, or can you get it? Where can we see it?
It has not been released yet.
It hasn't been released. Okay.
Next month, we are going to have a private screening for invited guests on YouTube. And then there's going to be a question and answer on Zoom with the 4 brothers. So,
cool.
If you're nice to me, maybe
let us know. We'll post it.
That sounds really nice. I'd love to see that.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
Now you have all the information you could ever want and more. And I have.
Awesome. And we have a recipe for Szechuan chicken.
Oh my God, this is good stuff.
The world according to this guy.
Yoni.
Yeah. Yoni rhymes with macaroni.
That's right. Yoni's macaroni.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for asking me to do this. I really appreciate it.
We love it. Thank you. And thank you for that recipe.
Try it. I want to hear how it turns out for you guys.
We will.
Sorry.
Bye, everybody.